Okay, people, I'm here. How are you this morning, huh? I do a lot of stuff. Now I don't want to start yelling about what I was yelling on in my other video. You can go look at my other video. Um, but I get questions like, why don't you make it available to children? Well, I feel conscious that I have what I say when I do that, and you get a lot of really strange replies. They're more into the garbage replies than anybody else is. So I'm not. I'm not interested in. Okay. I'm not into anything really like that. I don't want to, get in arguments with a juvenile that doesn't understand what I'm saying. And to be quite honest, some of the things they talk about, especially the music industry, I'm not going to understand. So it's going to be a two-way street that I just don't want to go down right now. So it's open to everybody else, but pretty much adults only. That doesn't mean it's got a lot of sexual connotations or anything like that. I try to keep that out of it. Just the normal yelling and cursing and screaming, and that I do. Okay. That's one thing out of the way. Another thing is, if you notice my videos, when you look at there's I don't know what they call it, a snapshot or something. There's the monkeys there, okay, giving you the world a finger. Now I'm trying to decide if I should change that to something else, not necessarily less offensive. Could be more offensive. I don't really care. But just something different, folks. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of, I don't know what to tell you, but something different. And you can make suggestions in the comments, uh, see what happens. I don't know what happened to everybody that was watching this live because I don't see anybody. It's not telling me anybody's here anymore. I don't know whether you're watching me or not. I really can't tell. Hope you are. Give me a thumbs up if you're watching, so I know you're there. Because all I see up there is where it says viewers and stuff. I see 00, and that doesn't make me happy. Seems like I'm wasting my time again because I've already said a lot of the stuff I want to say. But the things that are important today are you don't want me to go into Trump's attitude again, please, because that could get X-rated with the way I feel about that moron. Like I said, I've gone from wanting him dragged out of the White House to be dragged out by his feet, face down the Capitol steps. Well, that had hurt a lot, I think. Um, he doesn't know the consequences of his actions. He's never paid for the consequences of his actions. Other people have paid for him. Uh, I think that's a horrible thing. He needs to know that he's evil and that people think he's evil. That people don't think he's a nice man. Only the rich people who are just as screwed up as he is because they don't know what anything's really about. Even those that actually made it on their own, so to speak, don't know how to handle the attitudes, that's out there. What's this do? If I do this, what's this do? It doesn't do anything. Just makes it smaller, huh? Okay. Don't know what that feature is. Don't know what that is. It says I keep hitting these buttons. It says I don't have access to this. I don't have access to that. Uh, don't have access to that. Participants. don't have access to that. Engage with my audience. Questions and answers. Well, I've got a lot of questions. Is the moon made out of cheese? Uh, why is Trump such a complete moron? Do you people think he's diseased, or do you think it's all an act just to cause confusion? Because that's I'm leaning towards the act to cause confusion more than I am anything else. But you never know. You know. Oh well, I don't know how to get this chat thing going so that we could talk. But I guess this is supposed to be who's on there. So top it says reactions, participants, community. I don't want moderation. I don't know whether what that actually means, but you can send some feedback to me. Not now. Okay, that was the wrong thing to put up there. All right, so okay, this is just out of control now. All right, okay. I hate when that happens. Don't you hate when that happens? Still no noticeable viewers or anything here. I'm doing live so that people can talk to me, and I guess they can't talk to me because I don't know what I'm doing really. I don't care about the technical side of this stuff. All I want to do is make videos and talk to people and hope they're listening. And that just gives me a good high, sort of less. Um, so uh, what else is going on? Well, last night could have had the potential to be a good game in the fourth quarter, especially in the fourth quarter. But when they seemed to be able to do things that they weren't able to do, that Miami was able to do things that they couldn't do earlier in the game, and they just sort of more or less gave up. You know, uh, I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan. I think he's going to have a major collapse before this is all over. I just think he's a little too old to be playing the game. Same thing with Philip Rivers. I just think your reaction time slows down after 40 years old, and as soon as the defenses realize his reaction time's a little slower, he's going to get hammered. And I hope he just hope he doesn't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? All right, there. Let's see what else is going on in the world that I can talk about. Well, I'll talk a little bit about what happened yesterday when Trump went down, and the original comments he made were about Rob Reiner's death were despicable, and he decided he was going to come back today and just when somebody asked him if he was, had anything nice to say or anything like that. No, he didn't. He's just scum. See, he's the problem. You can't disagree with scum. Okay. He doesn't like it if you disagree with him, even though in some instances, you can prove him to be wrong. He's not wrong. He's not going to accept that. Look at the thing with the 2020 election. He lost that election. Something like 13 judges said he lost the election. He doesn't care. He still believes he won that one. He can't believe people turned on him. And if he wants to keep believing that, tell him not to try to run a third term because he'll get destroyed this time. All right. He can't. He'll turn around and he'll be the Biden of that little twist and chair. Um, because he's not going to be capable of handling it as time goes on. I mean, that's just life. He's a prick. What else is happening in the world of sex violence and alcoholism? I don't know. I'm having trouble trying to keep this civilized, and without repeating everything I just said. And I'm afraid if I start to do that, I might make a mistake and say something that's opposite of what I said over there. You know how that is? That's how my memory works. Uh, I'm looking at, oh, there it is. Okay. I was looking at an open box. I couldn't figure out where it is. I have got one, two, three, four, five, six packages coming from Amazon at all different dates. One was out for delivery last night. It's now coming on the 23rd. And the delivery place is less than 10 minutes from here. That's where they sent their stuff that's coming to me here. I should tell them to put it down there, except that I'd have to walk there. Not that that's going to offend me very much. See, it's all downhill to here, to there, to where everything is, the mall and everything. It's all downhill. But from there to my house is all uphill. And I mean uphill. And I gave up mountain climbing when I was 12 years old. So, anyhow, it's a quarter after 11 here. I don't know. I guess we're on the same time now. I got three different times. Wow, I got to reset my clocks. That says 11:14. It says 11:17. Oh, well. At least with this one, I won't be late. All right. I got a couple things to take care of up this weekend. I should tell you now. It probably won't be around Saturday. I can't see me getting here and getting things done in time to put the stuff up on time. I'm not sure. We'll see. I have two appointments in the morning. Got to get a blood test and an EKG. I'm assuming you can do the same to both days, but you never know with these. They'll probably tell me I can't do it today, and I'll be sitting there pissed because I got up so early, put on clean underwear and everything. Did your parents tell you when you were a kid to always wear clean underwear when you went out of the house just in case you got in an accident? I said, if I get in an accident and I'm covered with blood and shit, who cares if the underwear's clean? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand any of that stuff. All right. I think we'll just stop this because I really don't have anything to say that's good or nice or pleasant. And it really pisses me off when I get in these moods. But I can't say anything. It's the holiday season. And because I can't go out anymore, because my wife won't go out with me, and she doesn't like me walking around the neighborhood. And I don't like walking around. I don't want to walk around the neighborhood. I would like to drive around the neighborhood just to see the Christmas lights. But nobody cares about that down here except me. My family, nobody cares about going looking at Christmas lights or anything like that. I think that's like I walk out and I can see I've got two very expensive apartments, three towers, 28-story towers just up the street from me. And I've got houses right into my backyard, what they call it. There's like garden apartments in my backyard, basically. And they're all decorated, and they're all pretty, and they're all beautiful. And people spend a lot of time doing this. But they don't have the Christmas spirit. They do that they're competitive when they do that. And that's kind of crazy, Why do something if you really don't have the heart for it, Like we decorated this year was great because all of my wife's friends came over and decorated the house for us. And they did a spectacular job. And I hate to say this, Ruby, but they did better than you, and it was really cool. They have lights outside, but they also put decorations up outside so that when you walk by, you can see that this house is Christmassy. It's got the spirit, She doesn't have the spirit yet. I do. But, what can I tell you? All right, what else is happening? Anything? Look, please do me a favor. Find a subscribe button and hit the subscribe button. Go to my other videos to see and hit the subscribe button, and Really, I don't know whether because you subscribe you'll get notifications of when I'm doing this or not, but I'll tell you, uh, I probably, if I get anything done Saturday, it won't be the live video, okay? Because I have, like I say, I've got doctor's appointments in the morning, and by the time I get home, I got to take Lucy out and everything. Because I leave here about 6:30 to start these appointments, you know. And this is dealing with somebody that can't barely walk, so you know I have to be early. All right, so listen up. That's it for me today for videos per se. Y'all can come back tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know what we'll talk about. Trump will probably do something stupid I want to talk about. But in the meantime, everybody have a great day, you know, and please, let's get some Christmas spirit going, okay? Talk to you tomorrow.